Welcome to the GCN Presenter Mountain Challenge from the Sa Calobra mountain in Mallorca, a cycling mecca for riders from across the world. The climb itself is 9.5 kilometers long, has 668 meters of vertical elevation gain, and has an incredible 28 hairpin bends with an average gradient of 7%. It's a team race with each rider tackling half of the climb each. This is the halfway point, this is the transition zone. But who will draw the short straw and get the steepest part of the climb? Because the climb to the summit, looks pretty filthy to me. This challenge has a twist, because before the mountain time trial, one designated rider from each team has first got to assemble the bike they're going to be riding. And yes, we've made it even more difficult than that, because over there we have 3 inner tubes to fix the back wheel, only one of which we believe is usable. And also, do they choose to use the two-peak mini pump to inflate the back tyre, or do they take time and travel all the way around the harbour to pick up the track pump that's over there? And again, to assemble the seat and the handlebars, do they choose a two-peak multi-tool, or do they travel across the bridge to get the Allen key set over there? That'll be down to them.
It's a lusty, crusty challenge. Here is Team Crusty. Dan trying to read the caption. Matt checking his girdle. And Team Lusty. Tom proud of his youthful hairless nostrils. Cy with his trademark hot punk elevated eyebrow.
Who do you think is going to win today? Well, Matt, it's a very, very good question, and I wish I could answer it. I just really don't know, but it's going to be tough. Whether it's going to be close or not, remains to be seen. Dan, is there going to be some beer at the halfway stage for you?
Yeah, once I've done my first stint, of course. I'll be celebrating.
Best of luck. Thanks very much, Matt.
Cheers.
You're going to go for the Allen keys, or you're going to go for the track pump?
What I'm not going to go for, Matt, is giving the game away.
How are you guys going to play it today?
Well, pleased to be able to say that Tom is going to be doing the second leg. We've seen from his recent form on the hills of the Basque Country, he's not only an expert at steep climbs, he's also able to dig so deep, and I think that's what it's going to come down to today. Ultimately, it's who can suffer the most.
Well, the first question that's going to need answering today is which team is going to build the bike first and which team is going to ride the mountain first. And for that, we're going to draw straws. Dan, you're the most senior here. Pick a straw.
Is that a shorter one?
Just pick that.
Pick that one.
So you've got the long straw. That means Dan's lost. What is your decision, Simon? Are you going to ride first? Going to build first?
We would like to ride the mountain second, and so therefore build first, please.
The rules for the GCN Presenter Mountain Challenge are pretty simple. We take the time taken to assemble the bike and add that to the time it takes to ride the mountain. The slowest average time is the winner. Over to the start.
3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Last to go first. The last, of course, a tool used by cobblers, and that certainly sums up this challenge. Tom takes the cliff drop and sprints Baywatch styley to the tube-filled caps. No sign of Tom's famous paralysed wrists just yet.
They've just found out how to work this mini pump as well.
And the crowd go mild. Some say chamber length does not matter at all, and Tom is certainly making his mighty midget fizz.
Like Dean Downing.
Sadly, Dean Downing is busy with JLT Condor these days. Tom about to take flight at any moment, but there's more work to do.
I think they'll be ideal for climbing those shifters. How high's your saddle, Si?
775, mate, but
Okay.
let's go for a compromise.
74? Let's go for 765.
Delicate negotiation dealt with regarding preferences, and now, what about that back tyre?
Oh, no!
Time for Tom to sock it to him.
Don't worry, mate, don't worry. He's digging. He's going for the track bump. Good lad, go on, Tom, go on, Tom!
Think Usain Bolt, then think again. Oh, and the paralysed wrists. They do indeed get an outing. Look at them go. Thumbs busy, but will it be thumbs up in the first phase?
Yeah, I'm happy.
12 minutes 32.7.
That's a swift right, Bill, Tom. Well done, mate. You're a credit to the team.
Think Dan the man or sausage and spam? Well, let's find out. Fast yet careful foot placement on the cobbles. Like a lucky drunk in a minefield, he gets away with it.
Dan, just hold it between your legs, mate.
Dan showed the kind of technique that can be a real stress reliever at a moment like this.
Hi, Mum.
There's laps 12 minutes and 32. Remember, is the time to beat.
Nuts tightened up and ready to go, but what about the chain? Oh, he's mashed it, turning his trusty steed into a balance bike.
Sometimes in cycling, you just got to think outside the box, haven't you?
7 minutes 30. Here he goes.
Well, that's a very suspect back tyre in this build challenge, but whenever Dan thinks he's won, he holds his weapon in the air and nobody argues.
Is the back tyre inflated?
It's time to ride.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And away they go. Cy worried about his ears for some reason.
Ears! Pace myself.
Looking for a change, Dan goes for a fumble round the back. Ah, the old snail, passed by two others. 3 classics then, all at their best the year Wham split. The cyborg. Mouth open so the lizard operator can see up the road ahead. Knowledge of the locals is one thing, but the cyborg also has local knowledge.
Now, I've got a sneaky advantage. I did ride this climb the other day, full gas. So I kind of know roughly how fast I can go.
Full gas or not, this isn't about paella. Choices have to be made. This is a physical puzzle. It's meant to be really hard. It's the halfway change phase. Matt eyes the saddle. He sees a mark of a great champion, but he still sits on it, and that's dedication. Time to clip in for the final assault. I said time to clip in for... Clip in... Ugh.
I've got some interesting Sa Calobra facts to read. Sa Calobra was built entirely by hand in 1932, and the architect based it on the design of a necktie.
Fascinating. Is that it? Oh well, thanks to Professor Last. Lasty now goes into what he calls mountain hermit mode. He's at one with his machine, the earth, and indeed the small teddy he carries in his bibs, called Mr. Flumpy-Dump. Under pressure, Matt goes for what he simply calls the begging for mercy mode. It's not pretty, the effect is limited, but it reminds him of home. Lasty looking for salvation. He can imagine the army band playing his tune. Sadly, that tune is Too Shiny Shy by Kajagoogoo. Remember, when you dig very, very deep, you will eventually hit dinosaur poo. And Matt doesn't like the thought of that. Lloydie does a Froome jog at the finale.
Well done, Tom. Good lad. Well done.
Oh dear, is that dumpling soup?
Do you want a tissue or something, mate?
Both teams have finished their respective mountain time trials and the results are in. Lasty and Simon did a time 42 minutes and 13 seconds, whilst Matt and Dan managed a time of 41 minutes and 23 seconds, a time difference of 50 seconds. Absolutely incredible after over 40 minutes of racing. Here atop Sa Calobra. Well, Dan, we're the winning team. We're atop the podium, but fair play to the team that placed second. You are still on the podium after all. Great ride, lads.
They didn't do bad, did they? Well done, Lasty. Great effort. I thought you were going to get it then.
But, you know, we're deep into the autumn of our careers and fantastic.
I think it's winter.
Winter? Or winter then. So we just give this a shake because this is a big, big moment.
Well, I don't even know how to undo this.
We're on top Sa Calobra. It's a win. 46 years of age and I'm a winner again. Incredible. Whoa! Hey! Well, if you enjoyed that presenter challenge, how about clicking just up here for our downhill chainless presenter challenge?
Yeah, or just down there, there's another challenge, and that is us climbing up the Col de la Madone.
If you fancy another challenge, how about clicking on the globe somewhere in this screen? 3 challenges in one.